Hey guys, in this video we'll explain the voice of perfect tenses. Press the subscribe button below. Let's do. She has called me. The passive is I have been called by her. In this passive construction, the focus shifts from the subject she to the object me. In the active voice, she is the one performing the action of calling and me is receiving the action. When converting to passive voice, the object of the active sentence me becomes the subject of the passive sentence I, and the subject of the active sentence she becomes the agent introduced by boy. The verb has called a changes to have been called to match the new subject I, maintaining the present perfect tense. Have you written a letter? The passive is has a letter been written by you? In this passive, the emphasis shifts from the subject you to the object a letter. In the active voice, you is performing the action of writing and a letter is the recipient of the action. When converting to passive voice, the object of the active sentence a letter becomes the subject of the passive sentence. The subject of the active sentence you becomes the agent introduced by. The verb phrase have written changes to has been written to agree with the new subject a letter while maintaining the present perfect tense. They had won the game. The passive is the game had been won by them. In this passive construction, the focus shifts from the subject they to the object the game. In the active voice, they are the ones performing the action of winning and the game is receiving the action. When converting to passive voice, the object of the active sentence, the game, becomes the subject of the passive sentence. The subject of the active sentence, they, becomes the agent introduced by. The verb phrase had won changes to had been won to match the new subject, the game. He will have received the letter. The passive is the letter will have been received by him. The focus shifts from the subject he to the object the letter. And the active voice he is performing the action of receiving and the letter is receiving the action. When converting to passive voice, the object of the active sentence, the letter, becomes the subject of the passive sentence. The subject of the active sentence, he, becomes the agent introduced by. The verb phrase will have received changes to will have been received to match the new subject. He will have killed a lion. Now you tell me the answer in comments. Bye bye. Take care.